The views and opinions in this video and comments to this channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions of this channel's broadcaster. If you have a complaint about something or find the content is being used incorrectly, please don't contact the broadcaster. This is Balaclava Diaries. We're toxic, we're talking aggressive. If you don't like it, send a message. We're weed stimulated, educated, top rated, and never baited. I am the OG MacG. And to the far right of me is Mr. Let's Party.
Don't know walk on everybody.
Today we're in the midst of I'd say she's a beautiful lady. Yeah.
Super beautiful.
She's beautiful, but she's also super fucking talented.
Supremely
When
talented.
I say talented, she's got the whole thing wrapped up. She does a little bit of singing. She does a little bit of rapping. She could fucking dance. She could fucking, do a fucking Vogue cover. It's not her. It's just Maybelline. You know what I'm saying? She icy out here. Icy as a motherfucker. She fucking up Toronto. She fucking up Canada. She fucking in the States. She everywhere she gotta be. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. That part.
Juno Award winner.
Yeah.
First. Female.
Signing deals. All types of madness, you know?
Yeah.
You don't hear stories like this in the 6th too.
Not regular.
Let's
No
give it up for
regular.
Charmaine, y'all.
Bam,
Clap it
bam,
up,
bam,
y'all. If you're in the
bam,
room, you gotta
bam,
clap.
bam, bam.
You gotta clap.
Hey.
So, I don't know. We go in a chronological order, then we fuck it up halfway through. That's usually what.
That sounds like my type of time.
Yeah.
Right, yo, great.
So, like, you grew up in Nashville.
Yeah.
When did that start? Because, like, I feel like everybody has a weird story. It's like they were born here, then they grew up here, then they moved here, and then they.
That's exactly what it is.
Okay. So
Tell us about the
you tell
moving
that,
thing,
you tell
local
that.
moving lifestyle.
Okay, so I was born in Harare, Zimbabwe. And I lived there for like maybe 5 years, 4.5, 5 years. And then from there, we moved to the States because my dad was in school. He went to university in the States. So we first stopped in Chicago. And we were there for a little bit. And then from Chicago, we went to Michigan. And we were there for maybe about a year.
Were you in Detroit?
No, we were it's called Stevensville. It's like a smaller friggin', I don't know, like, it's like, we literally lived like in a trailer park, and it's like,
wow.
yeah.
Don't tell me you're the Eminem of Toronto,
It was so weird. It's like a small, and there's like majority, obviously, white people, barely any black people there.
What was that like, yo?
It was interesting.
Were people like staring at you and shit?
Occasionally, yeah.
And asking you like weird questions, like if your hair gets wet and shit like that?
No, actually, the weird questions were more about like my African side. Was like, do you guys have lions in your backyard? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yo, that's the thing. Americans, they don't live outside of America. They live in America. The world doesn't exist, and everything's America. So not
like,
shocked
do
by
you
that.
know a lion named Simba?
It was so, I don't know, like, it was just weird. I only had like one black friend, and she wasn't even like full black. She was like half black, half white. And we lived there for like about I think it was like a year or two. Nothing too crazy. And then from there, we went to Nashville.
And how old are you at this point?
I was, how old are you when you're in like I was in first grade in Nashville. So we didn't even stay a year in Michigan.
6 years old.
Yeah.
6, 7.
Yeah, 6, 7. So we didn't really stay in Michigan for too long, actually, because I remember my first grade teacher in Nashville. So we stayed there until I was like in the 5th grade.
Do you remember the teacher's name? Can you shout him or her?
I
out?
hated that bitch. Her name was Miss Patty. She was
Yo,
so fucking
fuck
Miss Patty.
What up,
I
Miss
hate
Patty?
Miss
Fuck
Patty.
Miss
So
Patty.
you know how many times my mom had to come down to the school to cuss that hoe out?
No, was she racist?
She was a black woman,
Oh.
but she was mean
Hold
as
on, was
fuck.
she like Morgan Freeman and Lean on Me? Was she like screaming at people?
Yes, and
And
I'm
she
like,
telling you to pronounce words properly and shit?
yep, like, and she would do it to me. She would do it to the other kid. Like, she would just yell and scream. Like, she was so mean. I'm like, and I'll go home crying to my mom, and she'd always come drive out of
Okay,
school.
so here's like a fun fact for
Your
people that
mom's
want
out
to
here
be
just
teachers.
ready to
If you
try this
don't want
Patty
to be
every
a
week.
teacher, don't be a teacher, dog.
No
Just
dead
leave
ass.
it alone. Go somewhere else.
Alright.
Work at UPS.
If you don't love the youths, Just stay home, man. You don't love the youth, them. If your heart's not in it, don't talk to them. Just stay home.
Passing youths every day.
Stay home.
What's your occupation?
Yeah, stay home, man.
It was crazy. Oh my god, I hated that.
Fuck
bitch so
this
much.
Patty. So from Nashville.
Yeah.
What was Nashville like? You
just
obviously
look at one
hated
taste
Miss
of
Patty,
Nashville.
but was there other good things about Nashville?
Honestly, I love Nashville a lot because, like, first, the people that I met there, super dope. Obviously, I was young, right? So, like, I didn't experience a whole lot outside of, like, school, friends, and shit. But the environment was it was really fun. The music that I got introduced to when I was down there is some of my favorite music to this day. Like, it was dope.
What are some of the artists that you got introduced to down there?
Oh, my gosh. Okay. Bone Crusher, Juvenile, 3-6 Mafia, Ludacris,
Heavy.
it's them Franchise Boys, fucking Hurricane Chris. It was so like all those like throwback- yeah, yeah.
Snapping, you was out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I knew all the dances. Every single school dance we had, they knew Charmaine would be in the middle of that floor doing every single dance, every time.
Snapping, pop locking. Yeah. So did you wear tall tees?
Did I wear what?
The tall tees, you know, those
Airbrush tall tees?
tall tees.
Yeah, I actually did, but my parents wouldn't buy them for me, so I would steal them from my brothers.
Okay. So
Yeah.
your shit was dripping to the floor. Your shit was
it
dragging.
that shit was atrocious. When I look at it now, I'm like, what was I thinking? Like that shit would be
Hold
like
on. How
all the way
tall
down
are
here.
you for the people? Are we allowed to say?
I'm 5 feet tall.
Oh,
5
so
feet
the
tall.
T is your whole body, like
Yo, you ever heard of the story of the 5-foot tick cars? Yeah, right here in front of you, from Fresh in the Flesh.
Hey.
I hear that.
That's your type, man. She right here, man. She right here.
Yo, we're gonna have beer mans in the comments.
fam,
I need that, yo. We've had beer degenerates in our comments since we had these 2 porn stars on our show, and it's just been kind of weird in
I
our
can see
comments
that.
lately.
I could see
So,
that.
since you talk about these artists, Lex is gonna play a game with you right now.
Okay.
And he's gonna see if you really fuck with this southern music like you say you do.
All right, and then also too, with that being said, once I start singing the lyric, if you can finish the song,
He's not singing the lyrics either. He's just gonna.
I'm gonna read it. I can't. I'm
he's
not an
reading it
artist.
like he's
I'm not
reading
artist. I'm not artist.
Shakespeare. He's not an artist.
All right,
So
you ready?
No, I'm not.
This is my moment to rap. Y'all
don't
niggas,
rap. Don't rap. Just
relax,
read it.
man. Just relax.
All right.
Y'all niggas ain't ready for this. Motherfuckers ain't studying for this. Cause y'all ain't learn. Niggas got a 4-4 cocked. And the flow so hot, a motherfucker feel that burn. Say word to herb. You stay up off my dick, don't back talk. My nigga finna get up on him. Back up off this nigga.
You lost me.
All right, so
What is?
this is are you ready or you want to guess?
No,
You don't want to guess? All
not
right.
yet.
Hold on.
You gonna play the track?
The way he's reading it is sending me.
Hold on. I'm not ready for this either. This is hilarious.
You gotta play the
Hold on.
track for her, y'all. Y'all niggas ain't ready for this. Motherfuckers ain't study for this. Cause y'all ain't learn. Niggas got a
Are you
4-4
ready?
cock.
I'm gonna play it. No, it's time.
Is it a nigga?
It's a nigga and some friends.
Why would you do that before I could guess?
So you know this.
Yeah.
So you know this. I'm sorry, I'm not a rapper, you know? You
No,
just gotta
it's
use
okay.
that. I'm not a rapper, you know?
First of all, that's fast as fuck.
Time to stop dancing.
Sorry.
He's having a whole.
Okay,
I thought
next
you were
song.
Mr. Let's Party. This
Over
dude
here right now.
This
I'm Mr. Professional right now, you know?
Yeah,
I'm Mr.
it's
Let's Be
just-
Professional.
The tune,
All
the
right.
man is writing the beat like is, you know. If you're in the studio, you probably read on what it needs the whole time, you know.
All right, I feel like you're gonna definitely know this
next
one.
song.
All
Just
right.
read it
Y'all
though.
keep
You
in
can't-
mind the age I was at when I'm listening to this
No, I
damn music.
understand.
I might not.
I understand.
I know. Don't worry.
Okay.
That's the fun in the game, though. You know,
You ready?
your
Yes.
face when you hear what the song really is.
All right. Is that your chick? People don't know. Me and Timbo been hot since 20 years ago. What's the dealo? No, that's the drilly, yo. If
That's
you don't
Missy
want,
Elliott. Get your freak on.
We had to put it easy.
you know,
one
you have to
in
put one in
We
there.
had to
But
put
yo,
it easy.
but tell us why that song is like so.
I love me some Missy Elliott. Like she's definitely like my number one inspiration in terms of like my rap music
Mhm.
and like even just like my creativity and my process. I feel like there has not been one person that has come after her that people could really adequately put next to her for real. Like she's
She's
in
dangerous.
her own like
lane category,
Yeah, like,
everything, because
nobody can
she's
touch
literally
her.
But
done
you know
everything. She
why
dances,
she's
she
like
sings,
that? 'Cause
rap,
she-
produces, like
Yeah.
engineers, like Missy
Anybody
does
who
everything
came out
inside
of
here.
that,
Yeah.
anybody who came out of that, what's his name, Devontae Swing fucking camp where he used to like sick the dogs on them to make music. Anybody who came out of that became a superstar. It's like Genuine, Timberland, Missy, Aaliyah. Bare people were like trapped in this man's basement for like 3 years making tunes. And as soon as he
Make a
released it,
song.
as soon as he released that shit, it was like hit,
Went to number
Yeah.
one.
hit everybody. You know what I mean? And Missy was a
Man.
part of that. You know, like.
It's,
Have you ever gone through a concentration camp of music like that, or did
hell nah.
you just?
Should have concentration
Hell
camp.
nah.
You turned it, bro.
Listen,
All right, maybe not a concentration, maybe like a boot camp. You know, a little locked-in session for a couple hours. Well, 24 hours. What are you talking about?
well, I did do the all-female writing camp that they had in Germany.
Wow.
It was
Germany?
called it was called She Camp, and we were there for about a week, and like literally every day, back to back to back to back sessions. Just like you go in one, done that, go to the next, all day long, like from morning to evening.
Right.
And like that shit was crazy, but it was fun because like you got to meet so many different women and so many different creatives that like you make shit in one session that you never thought you'd make, then you go into a next one, it's a whole different vibe than you would like. It was
Does that
just so great.
explain a lot about like being a fan of Missy? Does that explain a lot about like the range you have in music, whether it comes from the rapping to the singing to?
Yeah.
Are you gonna bust an opera tune next? Like, what's next? Like,
Honestly, there's so many things I want to do. It definitely explains it. I don't see myself sticking to like one bubble. I see my hands in a whole different lot of like shit and like even
you have your
genres.
hands in everything.
Yeah, and it, like
Okay.
I want to cross genres. Like I started with rap, which by the way was a whole accident. I didn't mean to.
Yeah, talk. Let's get into that. Like,
Bring the
Man.
talks.
bring the talks, bring the stories. But hold up, before we get to that story,
I chose.
I actually wanna
this,
add
I
to
didn't
that.
choose this.
hold up. I want to play the game because you know what?
Yeah,
Because I want to
okay,
get to the
back
story.
to the song, and we'll come back to
Because
that.
the song
Next
has to do
song.
with the game. All right.
Don't stop singing it. You're singing it, and she's getting it off the way you're reading
All right,
it.
I'll read it. I'll read it
read
like
it
I'm reading
normal.
it. But I have been shot by you. Hey, and I don't know when I'm gonna die. But I hope I'm gonna die by you. Hey, and I don't know much about fighting. But
That's
I know.
Beyonce 1+1.
Oh.
right, no.
Well, how'd you know the words? So
Mawai,
deep,
you-
though?
To add to this, why is this song valuable to the story you're about to tell now?
Oh, okay. So
Who is he? What's his name?
that's the song that my A&R from the record label I got signed to found me singing. So I did 1+1 by Beyonce and I did If I Ain't Got You by Alicia Keys, and he happened to be in the crowd, and that's how I ended up connecting with that guy who ultimately ended up, getting me my record. Yeah.
Jeez.
And
So
then
hold
now-
on. You can't give us a sample of the 1+1 right now?
What does it sound like? You know, you're on the
I just
little
wanna know,
platform,
like,
you're on the
okay.
little stage trying to get your one
Okay.
boss. You're like, yo, please.
We're in the studio.
Let's see. Some people want it all, but I don't want nothing at all. If it ain't you, baby, if I ain't got you, baby. Some people want diamond rings, some just want everything, but everything means nothing if I ain't got you.
Man, I wish
She
I could
got
sing
that
like
tight
that.
R&B pussy, I can tell. She got it. Like, she got niggas in
Jesus.
that old school Toronto chokehold and shit. God damn. I felt it move. I'm
think-
sorry.
I think I need
You
another
gotta
drink.
relax.
I think I need another
You
drink.
gotta relax. You gotta stop that shit. You can't be singing like that around niggas. This is a room full of niggas. You gotta stop. The fuck?
But
Fuck me
you know,
up.
I be telling people like they always call me a rapper. I'm like, you guys don't even know. I grew up singing in the
Jesus
church. Like
Christ.
that's my- that's my
all I
lane
had
for
to
real.
say.
So, yo,
Hallelujah.
we know that you said rapping came up upon accident.
yeah.
Talk about that accident that happened.
Okay, so I got signed to the record label, and then I went through like artist development for like a year and a half, almost 2 years.
Right.
And the whole time we were recording like R&B music and experimenting like with what my sound is gonna be and all these things. So we did a whole bunch of tracks, like a whole bunch. And then when we had felt like we kind of like tried every idea that we were thinking, one day I walk into the studio and like my producer at the time, his name is Michael Lance. Okay, beast on the beats, by the way. And
Big up Michael Lance.
oh, thank you very
Can
much.
we get one too? This guy wants to cuss me.
I walk into the studio and then he's just like, yo, I'm like, what's up? He's like, you want to try rapping? And I was like, okay, like sure.
Have you ever rapped at that point before?
No, not
Like,
a day in my
never.
life.
No,
Not a day in my life.
Missy, put it down. I'm the
No,
hottest
like,
round.
no,
You did that.
like, no, like rapping other people's music, right?
So
Because
hold
like, yeah.
What was a song other than Missy that you used to love to rap when you were a youth?
Oh,
And you have to do at least a 4-6 bars
Right now.
okay,
Let's start. Don't even think. Let's start
Yeah.
rapping it.
yo, we knucking and bucking. I'm ready to fuck. I got you on my thought of face on head. It's best to think twice. See me, I ain't nothing nice. Don't.
Okay. She's what's bottom over here. Charmaine's all getting down, man.
Bruh, the way I used to
Hold on. If
snap.
people don't fuck with you, they're dumb. Still. They're dumb. They gotta relax.
All right, yo, continue the story now. Linked up with Michael.
Bro, no, fun fact.
Yeah,
if you
tell us the fun.
if you ever see me driving on road, I promise you, 9 times out of 10, my windows are down, the radio's blasting, nuck if you buck. I promise you.
On
I will
repeat.
on reap. I don't give a fuck. I'll be in the traffic like just nuck if you buck. God, look, it's a must, dog. Like
We need to make a skit
Yo,
about
if you're
that.
trying to
We're
find
making a
Charmaine
skit-
on road,
we're
just
making-
remember this moment.
We're
If you're
making
trying
a
to find
skit about
Charmaine on
that.
road.
We're gonna like put you in like Markham, Toronto, Brampton, and she just busts in the left trying to dodge into it, man. Like, no, give you back.
bruh, I love my
Okay.
song so
All
bad.
right, so back to Michael. Linked up with Michael. He's like, yo, you gotta start rapping right now. And you're
yeah.
like,
I was like, yeah, sure, okay. And then he like had this beat. Then like we sat there and like we made the track for it. And it just
That's
it turned
crazy.
out to work. That's like the first record the label took from us. And I'm like, God, okay.
So where'd you get the cadence from? Like,
I honestly don't know.
you just felt it. It was a feeling.
I feel like I've unlocked different levels of my cadences as I go. I didn't have time to think about it before because again, I didn't rap.
That you're a real artist then. You're like
Yeah.
an artist. You feel it, you see the sounds.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I'm in my zone. And then you hit the fucking mic and you're like, like, nigga, hit that again. That's
No,
how you
that
move?
no, that
I
ass
seen
like
you recording a
yo,
little
you
bit.
got a man over here.
Yeah,
Man
I
over here.
seen you
You're
like, turn
not
this
like,
how you
yo,
move.
that's how it goes still.
Nah, run that. We do it again.
I'll
Yeah,
like
I know you like that, but fuck that. I want to do 2 more.
that's exactly how I am. And like I'll do like I don't care how many different cadences I have to try until I feel like I have the one that fits whatever I'm doing. So I'll do like over and over and over again and I'll just be punching. Like but I work fast too. So it doesn't take me long to figure it out.
Trying to maximize that time.
Not even that. It's just I don't know, I work fast.
True.
Yeah.
Is she lying, y'all? It's true.
All facts.
Oh.
Okay,
The
search it by the-
engineer said it's
Searching
true.
it up. Stamp on
This
it.
man's working
That's all.
for his check right now. He's
Man's
like,
like,
it's true.
okay, yo, make sure to e-transfer those files. I didn't see it yet.
Yo, I vouched you on the thing, yo.
I'm like, yo, Charmaine, I told you, man. I'm like, come on.
You're speedy, be speedy with this check.
Nah, I'm sure this thing is
Okay,
good.
next song. Is there one more song? I feel like there was one more.
Yeah, we got. Oh, there's a couple other tracks
Okay.
in there. All right, you ready
Let's
again
do
for the
one
game?
Oh
more.
boy.
Let's do one
Okay.
All right. You don't want to be dead in the streets, mouth full of blood, and soul full of heat. Oh, why are you trying to act hard as hell? And you know damn well you don't want to feel the shell.
Is that you don't want no problems?
Yo, this girl.
Little scrappy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want no problems,
Problems.
problems. You don't want no problems, problems.
Who? You no
I
one knows
love,
the
I
end.
love,
No one knows
I
the
love,
end.
I love.
I don't know.
Nobody knows that. My favorite verse from him is the one that he did in "What You Gon' Do" by Lil Jon and the East Side Boys.
Rap it for us.
See?
Remember it.
Let's hear it.
My brain is taking in too much pain. I'm
Oh,
about
yes.
to explode first and then take names. But it's cool, little shawty, don't be so alarmed. I learned to bruise niggas without jabbing the arm. I don't play with motherfuckers cause the shit be real. Make you hold your breath longer than the Navy SEAL. Huh? We'll leave a hole dead in the back. Don't get me started, bro.
Yo.
Have me going.
Yo, I'm amped.
Yo, this OG MacG era.
Hey, yo, I
you know
gotta
what
ask
I'm
you a
saying?
question then.
Yo,
So,
this OG MacG era.
like you've stated that the Lil Jon, Eastside Boys, Scrappy, these guys really influenced you, and like to me, like I don't really feel like they're like the greatest lyricists out there. But I know they got lots of energy, and I feel like what apart from the energy have they influenced you on?
Honestly, it's mainly like just how they presented their shit. Like, even if you didn't fuck with what they were saying, even if you didn't pay attention to what they're saying, how they were, like, when they moved as a unit, bro, they'll get your ass turned. No problem. I can't even say like there's anything but the energy, because it's the energy that I personally draw from, because I'm like, yo, if I can get niggas turned or like hyped up without even really paying attention to what I'm saying, I can get away with a lot of shit.
When you have a chance, there's a East Side Boys and Little John concert
Where?
on YouTube. And when it
She's like, I'm gonna go tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going. Let's go, guys.
I was like, yo, let me get my ticket.
backstage and picture and all that. Yeah, no. But on YouTube, and if you watch the concert, the like crowd control is
Crazy.
out. Like it goes from man just chilling, listening to this guy like yeah, man, yeah, and everyone's yelling yeah, and then as soon as the tune drops, boom, 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 the place is just shaking. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't think you'll ever see a Little John ever again.
I don't think
know.
so either. I want him on a track, you know. I'm gonna manifest that because I need that nigga on a track.
Definitely, man.
You gotta pay presidential money for that now.
Nah,
You'd be
Charmaine,
surprised,
she's a
you know.
person.
You'd be
Oh, yeah, you'd be surprised.
You'd be surprised. A lot of these
Super
artists,
this.
if they really like fuck with you, some of them won't even like really tax you that much for real. Like if they really
No,
fuck
it's
with you.
true still. If they fuck with your lyrics and shit, you can rap.
They'll just
and
say, okay, we'll just pay the process fee, you know, and look a management time and look a label something. Then, you
Yeah.
know? Don't stress about me.
They'll
They'll
ask
do
a little
that.
something, but they won't break your pockets for real. Like so.
So we've gone through your history. Now we want to know a little bit about, you outside of the music.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Because, OG MacG love to get them. So we have to ask the get them type questions. No, but do you think we can choose our emotions, or do you think they just happen to us? Are emotions reactional, or is it something that we choose to be?
I don't think you can choose your emotions. I think you choose how you react to your emotions. Because like you can't help how you feel.
Hold on. You think emotions just happen to you?
Like I feel like you can't help how you feel about things. Like if let's say like somebody said something to me and it just like it rubbed me the wrong way, whatever. I can't really help how that made me feel, but how I respond to that feeling is what's most important. Am I gonna be like disrespectful back? Am I gonna like say something? Am I gonna like let it eat at me or like let it bother me for however long? Or I'm like, you know what? I didn't like what you said, but it's cool. Moving on. And then you just proceed.
How about you, Les?
I feel like it's a mix of, I feel like you choose your emotions, like how you want to be. But unfortunately, you can't choose how you react to what happens to you. That's what I feel like it is. Like, I feel like you have the ability to wake up and be a positive person, or to be negative, or to be
that. Yes.
So that's what I feel like. Emotions, like you can choose to be happy, right? Like obviously, like there's certain things that are gonna happen in life that no matter what, it's gonna make you feel sad, or like whatever it may be, like someone passing away or losing something. Those things are unfortunate, but I feel like those are outside circumstances. But as a human, I think that you can say, yo, I'm going to be happy in this moment regardless of what's happening. Or like, when you're in traffic and you're pissed off, you're like, you know what, instead of being pissed off, turn up my tune, knock if you buck, right? And then blast the music, you know what I mean? That's
What's
the moment
kind
you're
of weird about what both you guys said is like you both said the same thing from different directions. It's like you're both choosing your emotions, and it's weird to hear that as an R&B singer.
Really?
Because it's like through choosing your emotions, do you kind of create situations in your life that are going to make the next hit song?
No. I can't speak for anybody else, but for myself.
No, you know what's funny? You're actually the first artist I've ever heard say that. Like as like a R&B person singing about love on them, something. I feel like I have heartbreak. This guy needs to fuck me over. Like fuck that guy. And then I'm writing beer tracks, and then there's beer fire in the pen.
Nah, man, I can't. See, the thing is, like, I'm way too I wear my heart on my sleeve in real life for real. So like I don't want nobody to fuck me over. Don't do that. Because at the end of the day, even if everything is going well in my life, I still have that capacity to tap into how I would feel if this particular scenario happened to
But
me.
why are you
And then I
choosing
use
that?
that.
Why do you choose that? Why is that the choice?
What do you mean why is that the choice?
Why do you tap into some
Because
fucking old hatred to
no, not even, it
attack?
doesn't even have to be something that happened to me. Like
Right.
it could be like I'm writing a song, but I want the song to be about, let's say, I want the song to be about me, struggling, being homeless or whatever it is, and not having money for A, B, C, and D, right? Even if I didn't go through that scenario, I have the capacity to tap into like put myself in somebody's shoes who is going through that, and how would I feel if that was me, and then write from their perspective, right? Yes, there you go. So like, it's not necessarily things that happen to me. I be writing about shit that happened to other people. Nobody knows. They think it's
So
me.
hold on, no one writes for you?
Huh?
No one writes for you?
No, I write my shit.
Yo, you know, see that girl, that's
Hold on,
smart.
bro.
You know,
Wait,
see that girl, that's
no,
smart.
wait,
No,
just
listen,
hold on.
no,
It's
this funny
R&B,
guy.
dog. Like, let's
Real
keep it
smart,
real.
bro.
Oh.
These
Drake
guys
has
one.
beer writers. He's
No,
an
no,
R&B
that
man.
guy
No.
different. That guy
Cup
different.
Party
That guy
Next
different.
Door,
No,
B
it's
writes his
different.
All
shit.
the-
Different.
There's beer mans that don't write their shit.
No, all
Yeah,
the
but
R&B
she's
shit.
different. She's different.
Yeah, all my R&B shit, I write myself. The rap stuff, I collaborate with other writers, right? Like for
So
example, like
hold on, wait, no. I understand you do all the, you're amazing, I get it.
Mhm.
But this R&B shit, you
Mhm.
mean to tell me not one of these heartbreak songs is about a man who did you dirty?
that's never the intention behind it. Like I don't think about anybody specific. I just pick an emotion that I want to convey.
I don't believe that. Because you got to pick that emotion from somewhere.
Not
So
necessarily.
It's like, nah, come on, man.
That's what being empathetic is like, right? You're
Right.
able to put yourself in somebody else's shoes even if you don't have that
So
experience.
hold on, you're just telling me you're watching like
Hell yeah.
ER one day or
Yep.
House
Passions, or you know what I
Passions,
mean?
you're
Like
watching
from back
Young
in the
and the
day.
Restless, and now
She
all of a
getting
sudden you're
vexed.
like the number one tune in America?
Hell yeah. I would like a lot of the stuff I draw from is definitely stuff I've watched, like movies, TV shows, and shit. Like, granted, I've been through some shit. You know what I mean? I have my own like stories that I've gone through. But most of the time, when I'm sitting down and I'm penning some shit, or like,
This is called something when you mask your trauma through like movies. I forget what it's called. But it's just
what?
like you're kind of taking the element from the movie or the show you watch, but that's emulating the pain that you've gone through in the past. So it's like instead of you pairing that with real life situations, you pair it with art.
well, not this guy reading me like this.
Well, I'm the
You
OG
You could be
MacG.
right. You could be right because
Is there ever
I
like times
tend-
when you watch like certain TV shows, you just start crying, you don't know
Yep.
why?
absolutely.
I felt that. That happened to me when I was
Absolute-
6 and 7. Now I'm funny.
It's not even that. It's just like you're just crying, but you think you're an empath, but it's like you really went through some shit,
Yeah.
and it's like that's the
You could
release.
be-
But
You
I
could
don't.
be
I
right,
don't.
though.
I feel like that's everybody though. I feel like certain people watch certain movies and like, holy, that happened. I feel that like that's what movies. That's what
No,
movies are
but
supposed to be though. They're
Just
supposed to connect
certain
people.
people who have this thing. I'll find it after the show and put the words across the bottom of the screen. But at the end of the day, it's something that happens to people. Like
But
me
is
personally,
it really that though for me? Because honestly, I don't really watch a lot of romance and shit. I watch crime shit. I watch niggas
No,
But
killing
in crime,
niggas.
but in crime, in crime,
what's
there's
the
a lot of
number-
emotion and
hold on.
violence.
What's the
eh?
number
That's
one
true.
thing in every crime movie? Betrayal. Somebody crosses somebody. Now man's have to dead. Yeah.
Okay.
And
that
then
what
when
the
you see
treatment
that, you're
is?
like, wow, how could you cross this guy like that? And then all of a sudden you're crying. You're like, why am I crying?
Is that what it is? Have you been crossed in the past?
Oh hell yeah.
So,
Oh,
dun dun.
No.
So, therapist OG MacG.
I don't know.
What do you
I don't wanna
prescribe?
This is my bedroom. This is my bedroom. I want to do that to her on camera. It's my homie. Okay. All right, but past all of that, crazy stuff. You went through this process, made that song, got a fucking
Juno.
fucking
Yeah.
award out
First.
Yeah.
Female award
I
winning.
don't really know what a Juno means. What does
Yeah,
a Juno
tell us what it
mean?
is.
Tell me. Like, don't roll your eyes either. Like, that's
It's-
fucked up. Like, they're gonna see that.
You know
We'll
what?
cut that out.
Well, I mean, if you want to take it to the technical sense of it, the Juno's the highest recognition that you could receive in the country, right?
Okay.
It's like
Top
our
dog.
it's our Grammys,
You're top
essentially.
Okay, so you fucking
So-
are
You're a top dog. I don't know
Top
where you could learn like that.
Canadian
Yeah, man.
dog.
What? Go so again. Go do it again. Yeah, man. That's what I want to see. Yeah. Flash it again.
Okay, so here's the thing. I get the Juno, and everybody's like, it's just a Juno, but it's just like it doesn't open doors.
It definitely does open doors, and it also ups your price tag. I don't think people be sleeping on that.
Juno.
Like the price I charge for certain shit has gone up because of the fact that I have a Juno.
Certification, you know what I mean?
Accolades, right?
Yeah.
Accolades, you're up. You're
And-
certied.
Business. I like
People be
that.
sleeping for real. No, you want you one of them. Trust me, you want you one of them because once people see that right in front of your name, automatically they're willing to offer you so much more than somebody who doesn't have that.
You hear that, people? Get a Juno. Get your Junos off.
Get your Juno.
All you
game
Maple
on.
Leaf youths, get your Junos off, fam, and charge more bread, dog.
Listen, it doesn't matter how many mans on your op block watch your video. It matters if you got a Juno.
Juno, you hear that?
So,
Doesn't matter how much
Just
ops are
get a
watching.
Juno.
Doesn't matter how many comments in the line.
Don't.
no, I'm saying
I'm
this.
saying
I'm saying
You searching my thing.
She didn't say this. Public service announcement. Charmaine has nothing to do with the next following comments. If you're a fuck nigga and you're in the streets and you're making only 5,000 views on your YouTube and it's all mans that want to kill you, you haven't made it.
Get a Juno.
Try to get a Juno.
Get a Juno, man.
Try to get a Juno.
Certi your ting.
You know what I mean?
Up your bread.
Make a song about a girl.
You know what I
Make
mean?
a
Get
song
your shit on the
about
radio.
Halloween, like Michael Jackson.
No.
Make a song about the way your mom used to beat you when you were a youth. Make a song about anything else. But let's not make more songs about killing niggas
Make a
that
song
you
about
don't
Sunday
know.
cleaning.
Oh, Jesus.
That's my public service announcement.
All right, you
to
don't
the-
know.
to the
Balaclava's
people.
promoting to the youths, you know what I mean? Let's do our thing every
That
time.
happened, I'm sorry.
All right, yo. So, as you got your Juno for a rap song, knowing that your passion is R&B, how did that make you feel?
Honestly, I was really grateful for the recognition, right? Because I really truly love the song.
No, I definitely,
Right?
I definitely
But-
know you do, but your passion is the vocals. Like we just heard
Yeah.
it earlier. Like I'm trying to sing like I'm about to mash up the mic, so let me stop.
This guy's voice is mashed up too.
Honestly, I think the more people kept putting the rapper label on me, the more like subconsciously trapped I felt.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm like, yo, these niggas putting me in this box to be a rapper, and I'm not even a rapper for real.
Not
I mean,
gonna lie, I
I'm
saw
a rapper,
one, two
but I'm not a
interviews
rapper.
and you looked uncomfortable still. I'm not gonna lie.
It's like, and I keep telling people that's why I always make it a point to say I'm a singer first. The rap shit was an accident, so like when people call me a rapper, it's just like I don't feel like it sits right for
She
me.
learned from Drake, yo. She learned from Drake. She's like, no, I'm R&B first, yo. I'm not gonna claim the rap thing, yo.
I
This
am
is
just
this
an
is where I
artist.
live.
I'm an
Artist.
artist.
You hear that?
Yeah,
Creating.
see that?
Doing everything.
That's
Why?
Toronto learned from Drake. We learned. We learned, yo.
Doesn't matter.
You wanna go in the fucking Shark Tank with a shark? What are you doing? She's R&B artist first, so she could jump on anything now
Yeah,
and be
anything.
in.
Because-
Everybody's gonna be like, yo, she raps so sick, but it's like, no, I'm just an artist. That's what I do.
I no, that ass because like I do rap already, and I'm working on my R&B shit that I want to put out this year. I want to do rock. I want to do a little bit of
Girl.
country.
Rock, okay.
Yo,
Like-
Tell me Shapoosey Boosey.
Bro,
Yo,
like I want to do
I'm not
it
mad.
all,
I
and
am
like
not mad
even
at
like EDM and shit. Like I want to
I'm
experiment
not
with that
mad,
shit,
yo.
Afro beats, all of that.
go out to London,
Yeah.
do a 1-2
That's
house
dope,
tunes.
that's dope.
Yeah.
Because listen, the white people make you rich, eh? Let me tell you,
Bleep white.
the white folks,
The
ooh,
fans. All types of fans will make you money. Doesn't matter their skin tone, their color, their
Yeah,
shade,
clean
their
it up,
creed.
Rex, clean
You
it
know what I
up.
mean? Whatever fan, as long as you love Charmaine, she appreciates you. Let her know, you know? She
I
lets you
do.
guys know. She loves
I
you.
do,
You know what I mean?
do.
She loves you guys. Doesn't matter your skin tone. She loves you.
I do.
So like, define Charmaine the brand. Like we've talked about the music, but like you have these like elements where I see a little Missy, I see a little bit of yourself, I see a little bit of Toronto, I see a little bit of Nashville. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, I feel like you're
You
everywhere.
know, your lip is curled up in like 35% of your pictures.
It is.
Because she's looking vexed.
Is
it
that
is.
Nashville or Toronto? What would you call that?
I definitely think it's Nashville.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
that southern in me. I think my brand is just like it's me being like creating a space for people to see that like it's okay to be yourself, it's okay to be outgoing, it's okay to be outspoken, it's okay to stand for what you believe in. It's
Right.
okay to like be like, yo, I don't like this, not doing it and not taking bullshit, because especially with the business, you can find yourself in a situation where you are compromising your values and your morals for a lot of shit. And I was just like, I do not want to go into it being like that.
So you're not doing no skin out pictures, you're saying?
I'm not saying all that.
Fellas, you heard it. If you're amped, you don't
I'm
know if
saying-
people spotting, you know?
I'm not
Yo,
saying
she's
all
saying,
that.
yo, if the check's right and it makes it look right.
You know what?
Hold on. Let's say, okay.
Yeah.
Let's say Balaclava Diaries comes here like, yo, we want you to do the nude spread, 20 racks.
No nudes. Nudes?
No,
Well,
she
not
doesn't
like your.
You
not
said
your
yo, she wants to.
We're not gonna show your whole frontal, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we could do like, you know, make it classy with a mascot. You wouldn't do it for 20 racks?
She's not doing that, bro.
No.
I mean,
She's
just
not.
ask
She
some
wants to see.
girl.
She wants to cloud in the
Dog,
background. Look at flowers on her.
Her fans need to know that though.
Those,
Her
like,
fans need to know
fam,
that.
she's giving
See?
artistry. You're giving
There's
horse.
certain fans out here
No.
that lust this girl's life off,
Fam.
and they just want to. Oh, I wonder if is she gonna do the Playboy? Like, oh, I want it,
Bro.
And she's like, no.
She's
I'm
not
an
doing.
artist.
She's not doing whore. Okay,
Whore?
she's
What do you
doing
mean whore?
artist. Whore is
I
what you're
think
talking
it's
about.
very
Skin out.
artistic to be naked with a ski
No,
mask
you're talking
on.
about skin out on the fucking
You can't be
on the
serious.
skin
Hold
on
on,
the skin
you don't.
shit,
Hold
like.
on, wait. You don't think it's artistic to be skin out with a ski mask on?
No.
What if you're in the slopes?
In the cold? Freezing? Like with the snow?
like a Migo video.
Absolutely not.
Mama
Absolutely.
told me not to say
Absolutely
word.
not.
17 flat.
See, the thing is, I
But
don't.
they convinced those girls it was a good idea. There's girls in that video skin out.
Yeah. And
Not named Charmaine though.
No,
I got you.
I hear
Don't worry,
that.
don't worry, I got you.
No, but your
Here's the
fans
thing.
need to know. I'm asking. Your fans want to know.
Here's
You're setting the record straight. I like that.
Okay. So here's the thing. I don't mind sexy imagery, and I don't mind partaking in sexy imagery, but it has to be done in a way that's tasteful enough where, like, when you see it, even though it's sexy, there's still an element of like creativity, out of the boxness, like.
So you do a
class
Terry
something.
Richardson, but
Artistry.
you wouldn't do a
I told
Playboy.
you, artistry. It can't be no skin out.
Would you do like a Terry Richardson, but not a Playboy?
What's a Terry Richardson? What is that?
Well, Terry Richardson's pretty scandalous, but he got away with a lot more shit than Playboy did.
Then that's a hard no.
Okay.
Absolutely not. Like, you see, like let's say, like, for example, if like a magazine contacted me, right? But they wanted to do more skin than clothing, I would make sure that the way it's constructed
Right.
is like, even though I'm showing mad skin, it's not what's the word? It's not explicit. Like, I don't want it to be like raunchy.
You're not trying to be raunchy.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't want it to be
Little
raunchy.
Kim.
wants to
You don't
look
want to be
neat.
the little Kim.
Yeah.
She wants to neat. She wants
But
the
hold on,
clouds. She
there's
wants
a
the
little
flowers.
Kim in the lyrics, though, no?
There is, but I feel like I can combine. I kind of like. I guess the best way to put it is, I would combine Lil Kim and Missy Elliott in one, and find a
Well,
common
Missy ain't
medium.
showing nothing. She wearing baggy jeans and
Ex-
shit.
exactly.
She dressing. I'm not gonna say it, but she
Exactly.
dressing. You know.
But in terms of like the
You know what I'm
creativity, the style, the uniqueness, I would take from like the Missy side. Yes, a little bit of the sexuality
I'm gonna
would come
keep it
from the
real
Kim
with you. I
side.
see Missy Elliott making out with a bitch in New York. I'm not gonna lie, in a club. I'm not gonna lie. That's
And
a
you
real.
need to mind your business.
I mean, I seen it. I'm not gonna lie. I seen that from my own eyes. It was like around the time when Lil Wayne dropped what's it called? I Feel Like Dying. Remember those days?
Bad days in music, man. I
No,
hate
but
the
that's the
days
real.
of music.
Well, you know what I'm saying. But I'm saying the comparison to Missy between somebody who's gonna be explicit is like
But that,
completely different.
but that exactly, and that's why it's so unique. And I feel like that's why it makes me me, right? Because I feel like the only person who would be able to execute what I'm thinking in my head would be me, because I
Does
would
that
know.
make it hard to work with other people? Though?
Not really. I feel like, because one thing I'm good at is giving people visual examples of what I'm looking for, because I create my own vision boards, and like I do my own like treatments and all that, and then I give it to whoever's doing it so that they can see it, and then they create their treatment off what I've
You know
sent
where
them.
I noticed that the most when you did that photo shoot where you're like crawling on the ground with the wig and it's like floating
Yeah.
in the. That was all you, a lie?
It was at first it was all me, and then my creative director at the time, he went in and he tweaked a few things, and then we put it together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's crazy still. So beyond the music, it's like You know, we've done interviews with Mr. Goldie Glock. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
guys are family. What is it
Yeah.
like having a sibling
in the industry.
in the industry? Because Michael and Janet were beefing for years. Then they came together and made a song and made millions. You know what I'm saying? So
You
like,
know what?
Are you guys Michael and are you guys like Michael and Janet? Or are you guys just we
Well,
love each other?
Technically, we are at the moment because I am beefing with him right now. So if he sees this, nigga, I don't fucking like you right now. But it's fine. I still love you. So it is what it is. You know
I
what I
like
mean?
that. Sibling
I still
love.
love him.
Sibling
So-
love. Yeah, man. We can talk.
Okay,
We
But
can talk.
yeah,
We can talk. We can talk.
Yeah, he's getting on my nerves right now.
Beyond that.
But it's actually really cool to have my sibling because like my oldest brother too, he's a rapper as well.
Wow. What's his
so
name?
His
like
name
Jackson 5.
his name is John, but like his rap name is Heartbreaker Zone.
Okay.
So like he's done his own shit. John Goldie Glock has done his own shit.
Hold on. You
And-
can't shout out the man Govey like that.
She
You're
did it.
giving
She
the
stopped. We
end
gotta
of
do
your
that.
word.
I
You
stopped
dry
it.
out. You drive more. Don't dry her out. Don't dry her out. Don't dry her out.
You could have let that slide, but
I
you
lied.
didn't.
You
Like,
didn't
you
worry.
could have let that
You didn't
slide, bro.
worry.
Like,
Like,
Yo, you know the internet nowadays.
Don't worry.
But they wouldn't
Cinch it
know.
down,
They
dig
wouldn't-
it down.
they would have found
We're
it.
gonna pause that
He
part.
flosses way too much on his Instagram to drop his Govey. Like, we can't do that.
Yeah, maybe bro a couple
His
times.
whole
So.
Instagram is flossy. Like, big food, car,
Chin.
clothes,
Yeah,
in my
everything.
apartment with me and me a plush tie.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just like, okay.
Yeah,
Brother.
that's one jiggy ass nigga. He just like he just be at everything, just like living the best life. I'm like, nigga, like what?
So
He works hard,
he be
though.
hollering
He
at you. You
does.
say,
He
yo,
works
sis, I
hard.
got you some, a little Nobu here and there. No.
So,
Hell no.
hold on.
What?
He never brought you to a food thing?
No.
Wow.
No. And you know
But
what?
I bet you he asked you for the Juno invite, though.
No, he didn't actually. He didn't.
Wow.
And well, I mean, technically, he didn't ask me, but like at first, I thought my whole family was gonna be able to come, but it wasn't my whole family.
When they say
And
like
the-
two people, you're
yeah.
black. We know you're black. You got too many family members. No. Like,
Which is crazy because I only have like 6 people.
you know how black people are. Yo, my auntie has to come. All
My
of a sudden,
auntie,
it's
my
this half
cousin,
Mexican
my
lady.
third
She's like,
cousin,
what?
like no,
No.
but he didn't know. He wasn't too he wasn't giving me no problems about the Geno stuff.
Right.
Johnny's
See? Like,
Wait.
you can't do that.
Wait.
Like, what are you doing?
yeah,
That's a
Goldie
beat, for
is
sure.
he's just an interesting character. He's just
Duh,
just
you
him.
ever seen this nigga dress? Like,
Yep.
this nigga look like
Yo,
fucking...
the first time I see this nigga, I was like, I forgot. I went to like Budweiser and I was like, I do interviews and shit. So I was like, hold on, this nigga looks super drippy. How did I have? He's on the side, super gold chain. Tell me as a rapper, he wears for Sony and shit. I'm like, God damn, nigga. Okay. No, the interview, check it out on my Instagram, Mr. Let's Party, on my I can shout myself out.
So let's talk about the family alliance and how and why is it so easy for you guys to get in front of labels and show them this product or this whatever. Let's spill. Don't give them all the sauce, but let's give them like a 5%.
There's no sauce, bro. I'm telling you right now, there's no sauce, and I feel like people ask me this question because like I can't fault them.
You
Hold
can't
on.
give me the Michael Jackson answer.
No.
I don't know,
But like I'm being dead ass. Like
do you
people,
have a dad at
people,
home that's like whipping you to make sure
No.
you're singing right or
No. Like, and the thing is, because like I understand why people ask this question because from the outside looking in, like when you're seeing these things happen, you're asking yourself like, how did she do that? Like, how did she get this? How did she get that? But I'm not gonna lie to y'all, bro. I just don't know. God just be blessing me for real because, mind you, the showcase that I went to that even introduced me to this A&R that signed me. We were living in a small ass, dirty ass motel. My mom made it look good though, like cause she's an interior designer, so like she makes anything look
Big up
homey.
mama. Big up mama.
Big up my mom, yeah. So it was it looked good on the inside, but still, like we didn't have a home. It was me, my 3 brothers, my mom and my dad, all in one room, one little, not even a kitchen. It was like a little kitchenette with a little counter that we had to buy out like a hot plate for it and shit. And my dad was going through some shit. He had lost his job, whatever, and he was trying his best, obviously. But when I was in that place, that's when I was like, you know what? My parents have always because my parents have always supported me with my music. They've always encouraged me to sing and do all
Well,
these
hold
things.
on. Was
Wow,
this
you
like a
really-
normal thing in the house where they playing music all the time? Like, where did the fucking musical influence start? Like,
Mainly
come
my
on.
dad.
Okay.
Mainly my dad.
Why?
Because
What
What
did Papa
songs
do?
was your dad playing?
Okay, so
No, Saturday afternoon it's time to clean up the liquor spot.
No,
What's the song?
it was like all throughout the week, and he also plays the piano. So like, he would
What's
be.
his name? Shout out your posse.
Shout out Christopher Willie. Hey, Dad, love you. So, he would always be playing the piano and the keyboard, whatever, around the house, playing music. But his music that he played was more like African music, right? So like things from back home and whatever. But then he'd find like other shit, you know, in the States, whatever.
One thing I know about the African, y'all motherfuckers know how to ride a beat. Pause.
That
you know
part.
What I'm saying? Like
That
at
part.
the end of the day, a lot of reggae culture comes from Africa. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Nigerians and Jamaicans is the same people.
Y'all really
So-
are. You guys are the same people, but in
So
different
tell
fonts.
us a little bit about Zimbabwe, though.
Honestly, the only thing I remember about Zimbabwe is the fact that like my brothers and I used to get our asses beat because we'd sneak out the house when my parents were at work when we weren't supposed to be playing outside. That's like one of the main things.
I think that's a staple in any black culture. Like,
And,
we gonna whip that ass. Shut up.
And
Now
really
learn
and
how to
truly,
act.
this is where my beef with Goldie started, okay? I'll tell you that right now. Because I'll tell you what this nigga did, okay? Mind you, at the time, I'm like 3-4 years old, maybe like 3-4.
You can't be 3-4 if you remember this.
I know, like deadass, I remember, and he'll tell you, he remembers too, because, so, like my parents, like I'll go to daycare and shit, like whatever it is that people were watching me when my parents were working, right? And they pick me up and then bring me back home. By the time I got home, my brothers were home from school and blah, blah, blah. So then my parents would leave again, like, because my dad had to work,
Working.
blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So we were
Double
home.
shifting, you know what I mean?
So we were home alone. And my oldest brother would be the one watching us, right? So now what we used to do was, because we weren't allowed to go outside the gate to play, and we had one of those electric gates where you have to like.
Rich.
No, we had it going on.
Back in the day,
That's a
rich,
regular
rich.
thing in those places.
No,
Yeah.
it's not.
It is. No, that
Yeah,
is.
man, rich. But go on.
So we had the gate, but at the time we didn't have the security guard anymore, right? Like I don't know what happened. Like I don't know. But so they would lock the gate and we couldn't get out. So what we used to do is my brothers used to unscrew the side of my crib, and then we would take the side of the crib, put it against the brick wall, climb over the brick wall using the crib thing as a ladder.
Wow.
Then they would pick me up, bring me over to the other side, you know what I mean? They would take it, put it on the other side, leave it there so that when it was time to go back home, we had the ladder on the other side. So now one fucking day, this nigga, Goldie, god damn it. I'm going to say Goldie. I
That's
can't
gonna be a serious cut. That's gonna be a serious cut.
Goldie.
This nigga, right? So my bro, he was the one that was responsible for coming to get me when it's time to go back home, right? Because it was like I would be kind of like the furthest out because my friend's house was a little bit further from his. So he was supposed to come get me.
This is crazy. Like,
And then like this one day, I'm playing with my friend, you know what I mean, having a good time. And then like the playtime started to feel a little bit suspiciously long. I'm like, this is a little. So now I go out and I start looking for my brother, and then I go to his friend's house, right? I'm like, yo, where is he? He's like, oh, he went home. I was like, what? So then I ran home. I go to the spot where we
Hold on.
would keep.
3 years old, you're running home by yourself.
Yeah, that we can do that back
everything's
home
close.
because like
Everything's close, fam.
literally it wasn't that far, and like all the parents on the block would always watch all the kids, like so nothing ever would happen to us at all.
Okay.
So like I ran to the spot where we would keep the ladder to get back in the house. Guess what? The ladder's gone. It was on the other side, and just as I was about to scream and like yell my brother's name, I turn around. Guess who's there? My dad.
Oh, no.
Yeah, the beating.
Hot liquor.
Top of
Hot
the beating.
liquor.
The beating I received
Hot
that
fire.
day.
Different.
Siblings are different. Siblings teach you a lot about life.
They definitely do, and they let you experience life in different ways. You know, your first betrayal. You know, you know what I mean. They're wicked. You know what I mean. So now we know where the inspiration for the tracks are coming from. You know,
Yeah, it's from family.
big up family trauma, PTSD. You know.
Okay.
Be very, very straightforward. But like, what the fuck you want?
You're like mind, you know, like time, like peace of mind.
Oh. Peace of mind.
One thing you talked about in many other interviews is like the fact that you felt like you had to take some time to step away from life and to grow and to build yourself. And also one of the main things you really highlighted was that the fact that you felt like there was nobody that really looked like you in the game.
Yeah,
Do you feel like that's changed now with how time and industry has changed?
absolutely. I definitely feel like that has changed. I feel like people are more accepting of people who look different and who aren't the societal, I guess
Hold on,
you could
you
say,
don't.
standard.
You look different. You look pretty nice to me, girl. You gotta relax. Trying to
Thank
look
you.
calm in your Mary J. Blige sunglasses or whatever you wearing. I don't know
But
what's going on.
But at this time, when I felt like this at the time, though, it was like right after I met my A&R. Mind you, I was like 17, 18 years old, right, at
So
this
you were
time.
trying to figure out yourself. And shit.
Yeah, and like at that time, a lot of the artists that were out there, they were like skinny, they had like a certain
Fuck that,
physique
yo.
and all that stuff,
That's
right?
never been the nigga trait. Niggas
It
have
hasn't.
always wanted a big old booty. And that goes all the way back to Uncle Luke, yo.
And the thing
Doodoo
is,
Brown. You
and
know
the
what I'm
thing
saying?
is, the thing is, I've been thick all my life, right? So like, bro, when I
Big up
seen
to the
that,
tick tings. Let's put your fist up. Put it up. He knows. Big up to the tick tings. I love it. No. You have to take a pause for the cause still, because, no. Listen, body positivity is one thing. You have to stay in shape and make sure your organs and your arteries and you're not dying of cancer. But at the end of the day, if you do all that and your back is still around, yeah.
and you know what's crazy? Like, I actually like underestimated myself because like I would see like girls performing, they didn't have my body type, right? So I was like, oh, I can't do that. Like, let me just take a step back. Let me figure out who I want to be and blah blah blah, all this shit, right? But when people come to my shows now and like when I do my shows, people be shocked as fuck when they see like my birth control, how I dance and all that stuff, looking the way I do. Like,
Hold on.
I put on a show.
Because they call me Stamina Daddy. Does that mean you're Stamina Mommy?
Yeah.
Yo. Did the camera catch
Yeah.
you? Where's my camera, dog? The camera's not even there no more, yo.
Lick up the lyrics on here, dog.
Stamina Mama.
Because people,
I've never met my match, you know. Let's go to the Olympics
bruh,
together.
I be putting on hour-long shows and like I be
Wow.
just singing, rapping, dancing,
Dancing.
everything, choreo, all of that. And like I used to think that like I had to be a certain size for me to be able to do that, but the fact that I'm able to tap into
No, but
that,
hold on. You're not keeping. See, and this is what I don't like about black people, man. The lineage, dog. The lineage. You say your number one influence is Missy Elliott.
yeah,
Breath control. You been watching that.
I have.
You been doing that in your living room
I have.
at the fucking VMAs and shit.
Yeah. But you know, I guess the
So how
problem,
could that not end up? Like, girl, you can't be surprised by that. That is in your DNA. You know what I'm saying? Your
You're right.
ancestors put that in you. You know what I'm saying?
you're
You
definitely
have to
right.
go through those situations with Goldie to be tough enough to come back and do a whole
Those
set
beans
for
being
an
left
hour.
outside after you left you from at your
For
friend's
an
house.
hour, girl.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
You know what? You're actually right. And I
Alright.
never thought about it that way. I guess my frame of thinking was like, even though I saw Missy doing all these things, I didn't see too many Missies. So
You
like
felt
it
like she was
almost
just
felt-
like one of a kind, like
Yeah.
one of one.
Which was
Yeah.
the one, though? Which was the one that said, yo, I mean that?
Yeah, who's the artist for you?
Yeah,
Like you said,
it's
obviously
Missy.
we know
it
it's
has
Missy.
to be
It has to be
Missy. It has to be.
the Missy part, I would say that was more subconscious. Because remember, I was a singer first.
So okay,
So,
so then who's
Missy
my
the
sings,
influence-
though. Missy,
yes, she does.
She has full tunes where she's...
But when it comes to performance wise, even like the way I stage my shows, the way I arrange my stuff, Beyonce.
Really?
Yes.
But Beyonce's not a tick us though.
She's not. She's not.
I can see
She's
it.
my guys.
Because I've watched you perform
Yeah.
at Remix last 2 years.
Yeah.
2 years, right? At the end of the day, it's like...
I had to find a way to combine the two. I know
That's
Missy
what
can
I'm
do.
gonna- that's what I was looking for. Yeah,
because Missy definitely puts on a show. Like she performs, her stamina is crazy, right? Even like when she
Right.
was heavier.
But same
We
with
saw that.
Beyonce. It's the same animal from different
Yeah.
directions.
two different
Yeah.
energies. Two different
Because
energies.
one thing
No,
I
same energy, but like
No, dog.
It's-
If you
it's-
like one
one's
energy,
coming out in pink and one's in purple.
No,
like you know what I mean?
one is more
Wait,
like.
wait, let her go.
Let the
yeah.
gal finish.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry,
I
sorry,
say-
come on.
would say they are kind of in the same category in terms of like just how much thought they put into their live shows, right?
Okay.
Missy is definitely more of like the out of the box thinker, creative when it comes to her live shows. Beyonce is more meticulous and like very intentional with like I guess like the just like the
Big up
standard way of
Beyonce,
putting on a
big
show,
up Missy,
right?
but I think the difference that you're talking about is Missy comes from a hip hop element
Yeah.
and Beyonce comes from a strict R&B element.
And that's
So
why
I
feel like
Missy-
there's
combined
different
Missy
energies.
element, Missy Elliott is Big Daddy Kane and MC Light, and
Yeah.
Beyonce is New Edition and Whitney Houston.
And I found
You know
a
what
way
I'm
to
saying?
mix them both.
Yo,
'Cause, like-
you're 4 fucking entities in one.
Cause
I'm done. Interview's done. It's done.
We're not done yet. We ain't done yet. I'll tell you when interview's over. You know what I mean? Right, sure. No, I'm talking shit. All right, but I want to. We want to do the good thing. You know, we want you to talk to the young ladies that are out there that feel like they do not fit in. What advice you got for them? You know, as someone that went through it and now you know you're a big Juno star now.
there is absolutely for me anyways, there's no such thing as not fitting in. It's just finding where you fit in because there is always a space for everybody being just who they are, right? So you have to one understand who you are as a person, what you represent, what you're aiming to do, what your message is, and then you find a way to reach other people who follow that same mindset, right? Because even for me, there's a lot of people who don't fuck with me for real because like what I represent and what I look like, whoever I am, doesn't align with what they want to see. But there's also a massive audience of people who do see that and they do respect it and they do want to see more of it. And I just say, bro, just be your damn fucking don't just be yourself.
Can I be honest with you as a consumer
Yes.
of urban music, hip hop music, R&B music, Afro beats, dancehall, reggae, conscious,
Yeah.
all of that? I really love what you're doing for the culture.
Oh, thank you.
I think Missy needs a predecessor. I think Beyonce needs a predecessor. I think these women that aren't trying to just fling coochie and have sex be a part of their aura,
Yeah.
but not their presentation, continue. So if that is the goal, then nigga fucking run through that shit fucking head first, break down walls, fucking let these next bitches know like this shit was hard, but I'm allowing you in on a level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I love to see it. So I'm just
Thank you.
showing you at the end of the day, like R&B took a hit since Drake.
It, yeah.
Like he took that lane and said, "I'm a rapper," but all he did was R&B moves.
Yeah.
All he didn't do was dance.
Yeah.
Yeah, legit. That's what
It was him versus Chris Brown. Let's keep it real for like 15 years. Chris Brown, Usher would jump in every now and again because Usher's older, but
Yeah.
it was Chris and Drake.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like for a long time that only lane was Beyonce. You know, and it's just like we need that element of like the culture,
Yeah.
the streets, the hood, the pop, the this, the that, all wrapped in one to come out of that energy again.
Yeah.
You know, and I think it's gonna come from Toronto. Because everybody had their chance. New York had their chance, Atlanta had their chance, Houston had their chance, Miami had their chance, Virginia had their chance.
Yeah. I definitely do feel like
It's a lot of pressure, but
I
I
agree.
just think you gotta let it flow. You know what I mean?
That's really what I'm trying to do. And I guess like I would say the goal for me as an artist is like I want to you see how like you're saying like we were saying that there's nobody like Missy that has come out after her, right?
Like the lineage to continue
Yeah.
it, right?
I feel like even if I don't become like her predecessor, I still want to be that for the city where it's like, yo, Charmaine.
But see, I think
can
that's
do
the
that. You can do
that's
that.
the miniature goal that leads to the greater
Big goal. Yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely agree with that.
So it's just like if you continue this path of like playing that line between
Rap
R&B
being
and
rap.
hip hop and you know what I mean, and just
Yeah.
whatever your African heritage flows through that.
Yeah.
Then it's just more of a conversation of like putting this guy through more work.
Yeah. And then that's why I love being independent now because I feel like I have the things that I wanted to do when I was signed, I can do now. So like I feel like now I have control over my career and like what image I'm painting, and it's not even like what I painted with the label. That's just what it was for that point in time. But like
that's amazing that you can take that in stride because a lot of artists take that,
Get vexed.
that
They
label
get
loss
vexed.
and
Yeah.
they get
Vexed.
they're
Oh my
done
God.
to the game forever. Fuck
I'm never making music again.
But it's like you knew that. You like
It's okay.
this is the steps still.
Yeah.
Like,
But this is what happens when your
I already
brodies in
knew.
the game. So what happened to the brodies? The brodies showed us some 1-2.
did
They're
your
like,
brody show you? You
They
showed
showed you.
him.
Like what happened?
My brothers?
Did they show you 1-2 that this might
Who
happen?
was
1-2?
first in
No.
the game? Hold on.
I was. What?
She's showing Brody, dog.
So you're
I was-
big dog
I
in the
was-
brodies.
No. Okay. Here's
Who
what
started
here-
rapping first?
No,
Who
here's what I'll
started
say.
music first.
What I'll say is my oldest brother, Heartbreaker's Own, he's the one that started first.
Right.
And then Goldie Glock was second. They both
Okay.
rap. I started singing when I was like 8 years old, but I didn't start actually like writing
when was
music.
your first YouTube video?
I was in high school. I think that was in like 20.
What's the name of the
gotta
song?
pull
Though?
that
We
out,
gotta,
bro.
we
We gotta
gotta
fade
pull
Oh, it's
that
gone.
footage.
That's
gone.
The label deleted that.
I did. I was like, nah.
I was the label. We're on time?
Oh.
I was
How
like,
much
what?
time do we have? How much time do we have? 5 minutes?
All right, bless. That's bless. All right, I want to get through the 1-2 question. All right, yo.
Don't
Sorry.
be like that. Jeez.
No,
like,
let her
read
finish,
it
let her-
first and then
No, let her
it's
finish.
do
I
it
was
for the
like-
cameras.
I'm still trying to finish. My God, you're having a funny talk about your brother. My God, it's like
Yeah, like,
Goldie started rapping. You know, Heartbreak, then Goldie,
Yeah,
and then you started,
and then I
singing
started
at
singing
8.
it.
First YouTube video, you deleted it. Boom.
Yeah.
Pause. Go on. Play
But I was the first
hold
one
on.
that.
Shout out the first YouTube video.
What was it?
Don't lie to
She
me like
deleted
you
it.
don't
No, it was
know.
I know it was a cover. I don't remember if it was I think it was Irreplaceable by Beyonce.
Okay.
Is that one
I think so.
to the left song?
Yeah.
I
Oh,
know
to
a
the
hacker
left,
man
to the
that can
left.
find
Yeah,
that for me still.
I deleted it. It's gone. You don't give it.
Don't
It's
bring
gone.
it back.
It's gone.
So I didn't want to hear that.
She's like, I'm way cuter now. That was my
The glow.
interesting era.
And that was when I was trying to figure shit out. I'm just when I went back, I'm like, nah, bro, you can't have this
But
on
the
the
gal don't
internet.
want to see the growth, no?
I was like, no, dog.
She
Nobody
wants
needs
show
to
everybody
see
polish.
this.
She
I
wants
was
everybody
like,
to see
nobody
polish on
needs to
the
see
ego.
this. No one needs to see that.
I'm
Oh.
dying.
All right, Miss Charmaine, can you
Yeah.
please tell us your top 5 female rappers of all time?
Ooh,
Of all
this
time?
is a good way to end it. This is where.
No,
this
we
is
have,
how
two,
we're
we, have, we have
ending
two
it.
more. We have two more.
Two more?
One
Okay,
more.
okay.
This is, and then we have one more after this.
Yeah.
Of all time, I would say
In
Definitely
no
number
order.
one.
In no order.
There's no order. There's no order. You can
Okay.
just list them off. Don't stress.
Top
Okay.
5 rappers, female. Could be Canadian, could be, honestly, no rappers, but just a girl that kept like a tight cadence in her music. So it didn't necessarily have to be like, because even Aaliyah, in my opinion, didn't really sing slow. She could hit a like, oh boy, and then she's going fast after that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Top
like,
female artists.
artists.
Yeah,
Okay.
artists. Rappers. I would say rappers. We always talk
I
about
say
rapper.
rappers, but there's not that many female rappers. So
but
it's like,
we want to
it's
hear
kinda
what
boring.
you like. What are your top 5? Who are the people? We already know. We know Missy's up there.
Yeah.
Let's
We
put
know
it this way:
citizen.
top 5 Charmaine influences in music.
Okay.
Female
Okay.
only, and not female. The women.
Okay.
Don't get shot.
Definitely Missy Elliott.
Okay.
Boom, I won.
Number 1. We're starting from 1.
Yeah, that's
Number
definitely
2.
one.
Number 2.
Lil Kim.
Ooh, you said no little Kim though. I don't know. Hold on, I'm
Just
confused.
let her go. Let her go. Let her
That's
go.
not
Let
what
her,
I said.
let
That's
her
not
go.
what I
Let her
said.
go. Finish.
I'm gonna pull up the footage.
Foxy Brown.
Okay.
Ooh, heavy. No, hold on. People don't understand. Foxy
She's a realist.
bars.
Beer bars. Keep going.
Bars.
She was
And then people said J wrote for her. Then she came back with her brother on the next thing by herself. Bars.
People love to underestimate the women. I don't know. Stop doing that.
Who's for?
Number 4. And it doesn't have to be a rapper, right?
No,
Okay,
any
so
female influences.
Beyonce.
Okay. To
Okay.
the left. To the left.
Gotta
Beyonce's
be
number
Beyonce.
4 out your list.
No, this is not in any
There's
particular
no order.
Oh, my bad.
We already know
I'm sorry.
Missy's number
No, I
1.
said sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
I
And
said
then
sorry already.
after Missy,
No, you
I
guys don't
that's
have to
the
beat
list.
me like this. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm so
you're
sorry.
not listening. Yo, he's not listening. Tell him that if
This
Missy
guy
is
loves to
Missy's
trace.
the god,
He loves to trace. Yo.
Missy's the god,
Watch
and then
out, watch
everybody
out,
has
watch
she has
out,
a
watch
bunch of
out.
disciples after
Watch
that.
out, watch out.
That's what's funny.
Missy's definitely number 1.
That's what I'm telling you.
The
I'm
other-
taking this in.
the other
The
ones-
disciples.
But Beyonce's not number 2.
No, you have to understand.
No, the other ones are
she's
not in
like,
order.
She's like Simon, Peter,
So
and Paul.
is
the
Beyonce
disciples.
number 2?
If I was to put it in order, I would say Missy, then Beyonce, then Lil Kim, then Foxy, and then for the fifth one, I think I would say Lauryn Hill.
This nigga didn't ask for a list in order and then got a list. That's what's crazy.
No,
But yo,
but
I
it's
really
just-
appreciate that.
I didn't
Like, you know,
ask, but it's
so-
Just to
like,
kill the
what-
the
confusion.
people want to know. The people want to know, so we're gonna give the people what they want.
Yeah.
Right.
why? Okay, so 2 surprises on there. Foxy for sure.
hmm
Talk about, you know, how Foxy influenced you.
Fox, I don't know. I like her swag. You know what I mean? I like how she carried herself and like the shit she taught. I feel like her and Lil Kim are like adjacent to each other. They're like in the same lane,
It's
almost.
crazy because yo, if there wasn't no Kim, there wouldn't be no Foxy.
No.
Yes,
There-
brother. I'm
no,
oh my
come
gosh, that's
on.
you guys. Then you're not knowing the story.
So
then.
hold
did
on.
it-
You're
You're
gonna
not
give
saying-
hold on. You're gonna give Biggie Smalls all that credit, like Lil Kim
I'm
was
not
the
gonna give him.
first.
I'm not giving him credit, but the
Well,
man
if
of
you think
copied
about,
her.
hold on, wait. If you think about it, Lil Kim is the first sexy rapper of hip hop.
She's the
Female
first
rapper,
sex symbol
female
rapper. Like,
yeah, she definitely is.
Well,
Then-
man's wanted to slap
You got-
Roxanne
you got see
Shante.
that? And then she's
No,
like, yo,
man's back in
miss
the
on the
day
bread?
wanted to slap Roxanne Shante. She was a hood ting, and she had that hood ting appeal. Don't put that hood ting appeal to rest. Like, certain mans have a lot of belts that they don't want to admit, but
I actually
belt's
feel like
there.
people really just be disrespecting Lil Kim more than they need to for real because like if
because
it
how
really
she
wasn't
did
for
her face. If you didn't do her face like that, I think she no.
But even if she
nah,
didn't-
that
no,
don't crack, and now she looks like
but her
fucking
face has
Jar Jar Binks and shit.
but her
I don't know
face
why she did that.
but her face has nothing to do with her talent.
No, I get that, but it's just like if we're in the music industry, if
Yeah.
we're in Hollywood industry, you've been through this yourself.
hmm
You've probably been through a million. Cause you were a ticker before. Can we talk about the weight loss? Can we talk about
Yeah.
that process? Like it's hard for like I want the ladies to know about this because
Yeah, it's hard.
the process and like looking at yourself from the inside out and outside in.
Yeah.
What is that as like a fucking music star and just the pressure and you know what I mean? Like there's these girls on Instagram they don't eat and they do surgery. Like
Mm-mm. I see me. It was very hard for me because like obviously I guess as human beings you don't ever want to admit that you have a flaw or like something is wrong with you, right?
jeez.
So, or like there's something that you need to do better that you're not doing great at. So for me, it was really hard for me to like get to the point of accepting, like, yeah, of course, I'm all for body positivity and like all of that. I feel like everybody should love themselves however way they look, right? But for me personally, I started to feel it. And when you start to feel it, you
Different
have to
type
be
of-
on, yeah, like you got to be
You don't
honest
have
with
that
yourself.
same lung control on stage and shit.
It wasn't even that. I could still do it. That's the thing. I could still do it, but
Jeez.
like I wasn't happy with what I was seeing in the mirror every day, right? And like I knew how to fake it for like the staging and whatever it is for shows, but like at home I was
Same.
fucking
Mirror
like,
fucking
yo.
what's the strap up thing called?
I was like, yo, this
Super
is
strap up. What's
yeah,
that thing called?
the boob tape, the titty tape, yeah. I
Oh.
bruh, listen. But I was like, yo, bro, you gotta fix up for real because it's not that I couldn't do what I need to do at that point. It was the fact that like if I kept going down that path, it was gonna get to a point where I now cannot do what I need to do.
Jeez.
So I'm like, I need to turn this shit around right now so that like I don't get to that point. Cause once I get to that point, bro, I'm crashing out for real. So
But what's crazy is like you're doing this and it's like lineage again. It's like you don't even point to the lineage, but it's like Missy went through these elements.
yeah,
Missy conquered these elements.
yeah.
You're doing it quicker because you've seen it happen. You're like, yo, Missy did it. Yo, I
Younger sibling syndrome.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You
Younger sibling
learn.
syndrome. You've seen it being done. You make sure you don't make the same mistakes. You do better.
It's not
Yeah.
about
Differently.
mistakes sometimes. It's just more about like,
It's not mistakes,
Health.
but it's
Health,
doing better.
period.
Doing better. What
It's
is
Because
just
if you're
it's just
feeling it.
redirection, honestly. Because like if you've seen somebody go through it and like you saw what they went through, when you start noticing it, you're gonna redirect yourself automatically because you already know like
you don't
the
even have to
possible
listen to
scenarios.
the manager
of-
or
yeah,
the whoever.
no.
Or you're just,
You see it
Yeah.
yourself, yeah.
Yeah,
and then you get the results, and you're like, wait.
Bruh, man, I was like, nah, I cannot do this no more, man. I lost like 30 pounds.
Wow.
And how long?
Probably like 4 months. Yeah.
Bam.
And
Listen,
I'm still
Dog,
going.
you're,
I know what
you're
to
training
do
like an
easy.
athlete.
Yo,
No,
yeah.
I did it at home.
She box jumping, she lunging.
Yo,
she
No,
doing all
I-
that, she bench
ropes,
I
pressing.
did it at
everything.
home.
At home?
At
I did it at
home?
home.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't go to like I went to the gym. Like I had a gym membership, obviously, and I went like whenever I could. But most of my workouts were at home
Why is that? Why did you work out at home?
because I have a son, right?
Okay.
Like so, like whenever there wasn't anybody that could watch him for me to go to the gym, I wouldn't go. And like there's a lot of times where like that was the situation. So, god damn. So there's a lot of times where like I couldn't go to the gym. So I was like, okay, I don't want to like skip the gym days because I can't go to the gym. So I got myself like a barbell and like
Okay, you got a
whatever.
45.
Yeah, the adjustable
This
ones where
guy's
you can
like-
keep adding weight.
This guy in the corner's like,
Yeah.
stop telling the stories
Yeah.
about your son.
Yeah.
Stop telling the stories. We gotta stop. Let's move on to another topic.
No, keep going about your son. That's what he wants to hear,
No,
man.
No, he's I love that nigga. I love that. I love
Alright,
that
so
little nigga. I love that.
obviously you got your little man in your life. Like,
Yeah.
as a mom in the industry, like, is there like things that you think about when it's like, okay, like I want to present myself in a
There's a lot
certain
of
way,
like
like,
popular moms in the
yeah, like,
industry.
how
Kim
does it feel, like-
Kardashian, like
I don't really think about it too much because again my brand is not overly sexualized, right? So I know like there's not really anything that I would do other than cussing that
yeah,
would-
you're,
whatever,
you're,
yeah, which is soft, that's
every hood mom's
soft.
doing that, you know?
Yeah.
Every hood mom's doing that. You ain't
that's
such-
soft. So it doesn't I don't really think about it too much. I mean, he listens to sometimes he even listens to the music that has cuss words in it, but he knows not to say the cuss words.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I'll be looking at him like I wish you would.
Yeah.
I wish you
Kim, I'll
would.
be
I'll drape
playing
you up
Knock
one
If
time.
You Buck
Yeah.
in front of the youth. Bro. Like,
Oh, I do.
I know he
Oh,
knows
I
that
do.
song. He knows that
He
song.
knows. He knows it.
He's dunking on niggas in third grade and shit.
But he's literally about to be 9 years old in like 3 weeks, and like
Yeah,
he's
he's
a
about to
big
be
man.
dunking on niggas, yo.
He's a
You
big
listen to
man
Knock
now.
If You Buck? You
Yeah,
gotta relax.
no, he's a big man now. He be cussing.
Okay,
He be cussing
so
people
baby
out on
love.
PS5.
you're so beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
You're so talented.
Thank you.
I see a million things for you in your future. But what's the immediate future? What can we count on in 3 weeks from now?
You nigga. All I can say is new music. It's been a minute since I've been dropping music. So this year my main focus is literally just to pump out the tunes, like back to back to back. It's not just gonna be rap. It's gonna be other things. Other
R&B?
sounds.
I can't
Maybe,
wait.
maybe not.
We
Who
might
knows?
I'm
might leave the
tired.
country.
Yo, can I say this
Yeah.
out loud for the whole of the fucking community to hear this? And I'm gonna make this a clip and I'll put my hand up in the air. I'm tired of the Migos flow. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of hearing anything that sounds reminiscent to the Migos flow. Gunna, Lil Baby, fucking anybody who still's rapping like that, just stop. It's over.
The mumble rap.
It's not. I don't call it that.
That's
It's
what
the
it is.
Migos flow. Because
Mhm.
it started from Bone Thugs, then it went to the Migos. And we're ready for the new Charmaine.
Okay.
We're ready.
I got
Charmaine.
shit.
Keep telling them what's gonna be coming out in 3 weeks.
Yeah,
Like, he out here. Like, we want to hear where we going.
Okay, wait. So I know you guys are gonna cut this part out. This is gonna come close to the remix?
Yeah, we'll put it as close to the remix as possible. You tell
Okay.
whatever date, after our conversation, whatever date you
give
tell us,
this
we gotta
clip
work
will
on
be
it.
out
We gotta
3 days
work on it.
before.
We gotta work.
Okay, bet.
We gotta work.
3 days before.
You just let us
Alright.
know. That's what we gotta talk.
Okay. So, I mean, coming up soon is definitely the remix to the record that I just dropped called Money, and I got me a bad bitch on that. I love
Who's
her.
the bad bitch?
I love me some her Goldie London.
Ooh.
She got a fat ass. I seen her in the club. I was like, girl, you want my tax bracket? But I would.
Oh my god.
Cause I'm about dating in my tax bracket.
Yeah.
I like the bitches that like Red Lobster and shit. You know, like
Red Lobster.
yeah.
Okay.
I like to be a real bitch.
I like
you know
the
what I'm
cheddar
saying?
biscuits.
Yo, Chantel May told me she want wings instead of surf and turf. So
Oh, okay.
you might see me and Chantel May in the next video. I'm not, you know what I'm saying?
I
I'll be
mean,
in your video too. Like I'm a video hoe.
oh my
Where
God.
can we find you? Shout out your Instagram. Shout out
We're
all
not
of your
done.
social.
We have to ask the most important question.
Oh
man.
shit!
That's the most important question.
Sorry, we have to do this because we got to make sure we're keeping our collection growing.
Mhm.
So, as you see, we are wearing some balaclavas, and you
Mhm.
know the way we describe this is that everybody wears a mask in certain situations, maybe it be professional, maybe in their afterlife or their off time, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
When do you wear your mask, and what does that look like?
Is that in your professional life or your home life?
It's in my professional life. As an artist, I feel like I'm just more. I put on the mask of being like more outgoing. I'm more of a people person. I'm more extroverted and just energetic. But on the personal side, like I'm such an introvert. Like I don't like talking to people. I don't like being around people. I like being in my own bubble. I don't want to be bothered. So like I definitely wear my mask when I
Why do
when I
all
put my
artists
music.
answer this fucking question the same way? What is it about the left side of your brain that takes you outside?
I don't know. And
I don't want no trouble. I don't want to talk to nobody. I just want to do my art. Fuck you guys.
no, I don't leave my house. Like people always ask, like, "Yo, Shami, you want to go?" I'm like, "No." I'm always like, if you wonder where I'm at, 99% of the time, I'm in my house, in my bed, Netflix watching interrogation
Dancing to fucking
documentaries.
Candy by Cameo. It's like
Oh
Candy.
my gosh. No, I'm watching crime interrogation videos, like killers getting caught, like after murdering somebody.
Okay, we're
and, like,
gonna
all
cut
that.
this murder talk.
Oh my gosh.
Where can they find you on Instagram, social media, all of that stuff?
Tell
Y'all
them,
can
man.
find me on Instagram at _IAmCharmaine. TikTok is the same, _IAmCharmaine. Spotify, just search up Charmaine. You find me. Yeah,
Okay.
that part.
So yo, this is OG MacG, quadruple E. I'm here with Mr. Let's double
Party.
T Party.
And
And this is
Charmaine.
Balaclava Diaries.
Miss _ I am Charmaine.
Charmaine.
3 weeks, new
Bop,
music coming
bop,
out.
bop. Like and subscribe. We're out.